So I think finding inspiration is always a great place to start, to get the creative part of your brain fired up and to get yourself in the right frame of mind to start producing your own ideas. Now, the goal here isn't to find something and copy it. It's to be aware of the possibilities. What have others done that has worked? And what are the reasons why? It's a fact that good ideas often spark other good ideas, and that's what we're looking for. Finding inspiration is the process of a creative thinking. Could I apply this technique or principle to this? So coming back to the search I made earlier, and you could make a specific search for monograms with the letters you're considering using. The difference between inspiration and just copying something is trying to figure out the why, the how. Why does an idea work particularly well? If anything catches your eye, look at it closely and try to figure out what elements, what facets have contributed to this particular design working, and how can you use the same principles. So for example, if it's the gap between letters, if it's the way they overlap or don't overlap, and whatever it is that you like about the design, try to figure out why, and then take just that one little element or principle, and then you have something to test out in your own designs. But don't try to take the whole thing. Never copy someone else's work. It's not professional, and it's actually the opposite of what your client is hiring you to do. They're likely hiring you to create something unique for them. And the surest way to make sure you've not created something unique would be to copy something in its entirety. So here's a nice example. What is it about this that works particularly well? And could you copy this principle, perhaps for another letter? The way they've cut away and reduced certain elements of the character. Could that work with the character you're using? How have they reduced that letter? Which portions have they chosen to subtract, and why have they chosen those portions? Could it work better if they'd subtracted a different portion? These are the kind of questions you want to be asking yourself when looking for inspiration. And the result is, when you come to sketch some of your ideas out, you've already created some problems that you'd like to solve and some elements you'd like to test. So where to look for inspiration? Well, obviously, I'm quite a big fan of Pinterest. You have to sometimes look between the lines, but I find the fact the results are rated by popularity, they tend to be naturally quite well curated. So you find some strong ideas there. Another place I like to look is Behance. So Behance is tied into the Adobe suite. So it's quite popular with designers, and many of them will upload their projects. So I find that's quite a good place to look. Dribbble, you actually have to be invited to join this by another designer. Someone has to endorse you. So the standard tends to be a little bit higher here. And you'll often find some strong examples if you flick through something specific on Dribbble. Of course, Instagram. So if you search for a certain hashtag, you can often find, again, rated by what people like, which is a really good metric. Of course, design is subjective and it's based on its audience. So that's why I really like Pinterest and Instagram, because the popular results, they are things that have almost been tested and proven. People like them. People have shown that they're attracted to them. You can also find more industry-specific repositories of design work. Some of them are curated, some of them aren't. Design Inspiration, that's one I like to use. That does have a search feature, and things are quite well tagged and indexed. And also Brands of the World, which is a huge database, but again, curated, and you get access, unfortunately, not to the full database for free, but you still get a taste of what I like about this. It's not from aspiring designers. These are all proven brands for corporate companies that tend to have more of a track record. And some books like these are an absolutely fantastic way to find inspiration for design. These are a fantastic place to find ideas and inspiration. They are of generally a higher standard because they're proven, well-established logos rather than just what happens to be popular online by some of the finest designers in the world. So wherever you find your inspiration, grab a screenshot or a photo and take the things you've collected with you for the next stage of this process, where we'll start drawing some of your own concepts and ideas.